Another Killer Planes video.
Hey there, Steve and the lovely Denise down at the schoolyard with the light poles and other light poles. There's light poles all over the place. Makes it kind of exciting. We have the Dynam Waco, which there's an interesting story about the Waco. It was made in Waco, Texas, but when they decided to paint it yellow, and especially banana yellow, then the townspeople in Waco said, well, if you're going to name it after the town, you have to pronounce it differently. So they said, all right, we'll call ours the Waco.
All right, that's not really bad.
It could be but this is the Dynam Waco. It has some lights on the wings here. As you can see, there's also lights on the wingtip. You know, blue for pass and red for don't pass. I'd say they might be bright enough to see at night, but who am I to complain? I like the way this flies, so that's why we have one. I used to have one, but I gave it away because, well, I sold it actually, but I'm still an idiot because I like the plane, so I eventually had to get another one. We made a lot of how-to videos with this baby to show you how to over-reinforce it because we figured we'd stuff every rod in here we wanted to make a video about, and hence the reinforced Waco. And we're gonna fly this baby around now, show you how it flies. This is one of our beautiful old planes, but it's a new old plane. And if you have one, take it down, dust it off, blow the dust off by flying it. You're gonna love doing this. Oh, by the way, we do also have a video for how to do these wires. These flying wires are under suspension because they're doing what they're supposed to do, which is absorbing stresses. Don't we wish we kind of had wires like this in our life?
I need some of those.
Yeah. I could like put them right here, and don't forget, subscribe and like, or subscribe and like, or like and subscribe. I don't really know where they are, but you can probably find them down there. Up, left, right. That looks good. I love the way that just lifts off by itself.
Gorgeous.
So kind of proof that having the additional weight that having the additional weight of reinforcement does not really affect the flight characteristics of your plane, other than going vertical, I'd say. So if this plane did better vertical before, then the reinforcement, I would assume, takes a little bit off that because it does add about 10% of weight to the plane. Yeah, man. Love these things.
Yeehaw!
Dive for the camera. They handle very nicely. There's no real breeze today, so this is the flying characteristics of the actual plane. Let's turn that around with the rudder and come back down this way. Notice that when I use the rudder, I become Scottish. Or something-ish. And we'll do a split S. A big one. I love it. I just love, like, zipping this plane around and flinging it around the sky to do weird stuff like that. It's not actually an aerobatic plane. You know, I'm pretty sure that the real Waco was a trainer. But I do know that some guy does aerobatics with it. He has a jet engine attached to a real Waco.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh
I think Jimmy Franklin, Oh, I could see the lights there for a second. When they were pointed right at my face. The headlights. Let's see if we can do it again. Can you see those headlights on the lower wing? Look at that. They're not exactly incredibly bright. You know, actually, that's a thing, I guess. If you really wanted to, you could pretty easily replace the lights with bright ones. It didn't even occur to me to test them. I was kind of happy that they made any kind of light in the first place, because Whoa, flipped that baby
What the heck
over.
was that?
I actually couldn't see it until right before I flipped it over.
Because you flew over our heads?
Yeah, and I have a baseball cap on, so
Oh.
that wasn't really the best idea. I could have ended up in that light stanchion, as it were. That's so cute. Give a little flip like that. And once again, no wind assistance today, so I guess you don't have to be crazy high off the ground to do some moderate aerobatics with this. Little rudder turn. Just hold the nose up, put the rudder in, and
Wee, corkscrew.
that's pretty cute.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember my first flight on a real plane, which was way before I flew RC stuff.
I remember doot doot.
And it was similar to a Waco, but I suppose much different in its flying characteristics to a real pilot. But it was a Stearman. And it was great fun.
It was.
A little inverted flying. Actually, I haven't really tested that. Usually you have to cut the throttle down to do inverted. But it seems that this plane... I guess I could cut the throttle down a bit. It is flying inverted a bit.
All right.
I would have to practice that,
That's
as
good,
it
huh?
were. I'm not going in a straight line or anything. I'm just upside down. So if need be, I could dump the co-pilot out. But I don't think I'd be able to do it neatly. You know what I'm saying? Let's dive for us. Okay, it finally... That was weird.
What was that?
Well, I cut the throttle off. Okay, it cut off this time.
Don't forget we gotta watch time. We didn't set a timer, so.
All right.
How's it feeling power-wise?
It feels great.
Okay.
So I guess we could bring it in and then fly another battery, since we do have another one. Little rudder turn. That's so cute. Rudder that baby around, and that's very cute. I like the way that works. Another cool thing about biplanes, I guess you could say. All right, I'm hanging the nose up. Let it come down.
Wait at us.
There it is. So I had a full
Nice.
up elevator on that thing as it floated down.
Very nice.
But the power off.